Hey everyone, it's Kent and I'm back with another episode of Little Things You Should Know. This one's actually pretty big, something that happened to me when I joined a book club. Have you ever heard of a Vulcan mind-meld? That's what this book club was like. What you see right here is the Twitter page for Rome Book Club. RBC5 is the book club that just finished, and that's the one I was a part of. This is the book that we read for RBC5. The name of the book, funny enough, was How to Read a Book. And no, it doesn't teach you how to read. It teaches you how to read for maximum understanding. This is the webpage for Rome Research. Rome Research is a note-taking tool in an outliner format that is billed as a tool for networked thought. And I can tell you, it lives up to that claim. I just participated in this book club in a multi-user graph that. But seriously, I'm in a book club with like 200 people. I get a daily writing prompt. I answer it. So does everyone else. And with one click of a button, I can see what everybody else did. This is the power of a tool we used during the book club called Rome Research. So here we go. I'm going to show you how this works. First, when you log into your graph, you'll be on the daily notes page. We didn't use this so much in a large multi-user graph. What we did was we all worked on our own page. So if I type my name, Kent Langley, then you will see here all of my work that I did during the actual book club. There were 200 people in this graph, so if we scroll down, you can see there's a directory of members, and I don't, there were so many people. That is part of what made this really amazing. But let's go back to my own page, and I'm going to show you the type of ways that I would be happy using Rome. So every single day, we would get daily writing prompts, and you can see here they were either done or not done, and I will show you what it's like to add one. The way that you add a daily writing prompt is that the instructors and the organizers will have added templates before, and so if you hit the semicolon twice, it opens up the template page, and we'll just say that I want to go and get day 31, and you can see there that it just pulls that right through. And the reason for that is because someone already set that page up, that daily writing template, as an example. And here is what's so magical about this. If I put in here, and it says make a chained argument, which I'm not going to do right now, so I'll just say, chained argument, like this. What's magical about this is you'll notice I just answered on the day 31 daily writing prompt. But do you see this little 33 here? It says click for references. Those are called inline references. Now you can see what every other person, JR, Dragon, Puz, Greg, Naomi, these are the things that all of these other people wrote about this same daily writing prompt. And what's incredible is that these things just literally, as the prompt releases, the day happens, and everybody types into the graph, they just flow in, and they flow in, and they flow in, and it just, the graph itself gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then almost anything that you could want to search for becomes available. So if you wanted to talk about rules of analytical reading, you might just search for analytical, like this, reading, and then you'll find, look at all this. All of these are not what I typed into the graph, but what everyone else has shared with all of us who are typing into the graph. Mine will be in here somewhere because I wrote quite a bit about analytical reading, but it's the mixing of the thoughts that is the Vulcan mind meld. The last thing I want to show you is kind of crazy. There's a plugin that gives you a query overlay on top of Rome Research. It's called Rome Portal. I'm going to give you a quick demo. So here we are, we're back in the graph, and I want to show you this tool called Rome Portal that overlays your Rome Research graph. It's a browser plugin. I've already installed that browser plugin. And here you can see the results of searching for me, Kent Langley, and then the breakout group that I was in. And if we zoom in, this is in 3D. It's a little bit, honestly, it's a little bit hard to see in 3D. Let's switch to 2D space. And then let's zoom in so we can get to the center of this graph. So this is my breakout group, and you can see all the things that we talked about. One of my particular areas of interest is the Zettelkasten. And if I go over here, I'm particularly interested in Zettelkasten. So if I go over here and hover, I can see what this was. The Zettelkasten. And then if we want to see where in the world all of these posts were coming from, we can do that if they're geotagged. This one was not. If we would like to see over time how the graph unfolded, we can do that here. If we want to see any references, you can see all the different things, all the different pages that were part of this. And let's just back out a little bit. All right, so what you see here is I've typed in the word analytical reading, and then I've clicked references, and it's going to show me all the places on the entire graph that reference to analytical reading. These are the pages mentioned, I should say, these are the pages that mention analytical reading. And then you can see that the day that we talked more about analytical reading than any other time was on August 7th, 2021. 76 times the word analytical reading made its way into the graph. You can do the same thing with pages, and you can see which pages got mentioned more over time. You can do the same thing with words, and you can see which words got mentioned over time. This one's really interesting just in the context of the book itself, how to read a book, because you always look in a book for terms, and then you try to come to terms with the author about the context and use of those terms. A little bit of nerding out on the book itself, but you can see here that this shows us what many of the most important terms in the book are, like the word analytical. This can be really useful when you're trying to x-ray or dissect a book to really get at its heart and increase your understanding based on the dialogue that you have with the author. That's it, everybody. That's a wrap on one more episode of Little Things You Should Know. We explored a 200-person book club using a tool called Rome Research with no compromises. If you're interested in exploring the Vulcan mind meld of book clubs, then be sure and go find Rome Book Club 6. They'll talk about it on Twitter. It starts in about a month. There are just not enough words or minutes in a video like this to explain what it's like to be in a book club with 200 people in a graph where you're all sharing your thoughts in real time. One of the crazier things, and I can't wait to see how it perfects over time. If you like this video, then be sure and subscribe. Be sure and smash that like button. That's a little thumbs uppy thing. And if you want to know when I release new videos, they come out about 3 days a week. And hit the notification, the little bell on, and YouTube will let you know whenever my new videos come out. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day wherever you are.